السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم في معهد ايلس للدراسات والحلول التعليميه ومع الدكتور عزيز. Today we, dear students in ايلس في معهد ايلس طلابي الأعزاء, we are going to talk about commercial correspondence, and we are going to talk about these types of subjects like letters, faxes and emails, content and style, inquiries, replies and quotation, orders, payment, complaints and adjustment, credit, banking, agents and agencies, transportation and shipment, insurance, and missiles, correspondence, and memos and reports, personal appointments. Let's start talking about the first subject here. In the first subject, we're going to talk about the letters. We're going to talk about the layout of the letter, the formatting. We start with the sender address, and the sender address contains the name of the sender and his address, and it is placed in the top right hand corner of the page. And it also accessible, but less common to place it in the top left. Then we talk after the letterhead. We have the date, and the date should be written in the day in numbers, and the month in names, like 24th October 2020. And after the date, we have the reference line. A date and reference line should be written together after the sender's address. Then we come to the insider address, and it is the address of the recipient, and it should have the name of the recipient, the company's name, contact information after the country and after the city, country, and zip code. Like this, you can look at this layout of the letter, the sender address here, that's number one, and the date number two. With the reference, we have to write the reference number with 2. And 3, we have the address of the recipient or the inside address. Then the attention line for the attention of, and the salutation, dear sir, dear madam, dear sir or madam, dear Mr. Ali, dear Mr. Muhammad, and the body of the letter, and the complimentary close, which is the closing salutation, and the signature block. And then we come to details about the order of the inside address, the name of the recipient, the name of the house and building, the number of the building, the name of the street, road, avenue, the name of the town and or city, and zip code, and the name of country, and the contact information. Here we have the body of the letter is divided into 3 body graphs. The first body graph is introductory body graph, and detailed body graph, and the closing body graph. Then the signature block after the complimentary close. The complimentary close is connected with the opening close. The signature block includes the name of the writer typed and signed by his handwriting, and the sale of the company. Here the titles that we can use: Mr., Mrs., Ms., and Sir, Madam, Sir and Madams. And we have the complimentary close connected with each title. You can stop the video here and look out how we parallel the opening salutation with the closing salutation. After we come to talk about the layout of the letter, and we come to look at one sample letter here, like this, the letterhead of the company, the inside address, then the reference of the sender, the reference of the receiver, the date, and here is the inside address. Then we come to dear Mr. and his name, and the opening body graph or opening bracket. Thank you for your inquiry. And the body graph, here I enclose our catalogs and price list for DVD video equipment. You will find full details of the Omega range on page 31-35. And please contact us if this is the closing body graph. Please contact us if you have any further questions or would like to place an order. We look forward to hearing from you. Then the signature block with the complimentary clause. Yours sincerely, handwritten signature. PP means per pro, which means that he is signing on behalf of this person. And sales manager, his title is the sales manager. Enclosures, المرفقات, and you can find here enclosed blah blah and etc. That's one of the layout of the letter. We come to another example here is we have another element which is written here private and confidential. We call it the arrival notification. We add arrival notification and we have the subject title, and the subject title is different from the subject line because the subject line comes before the salutation, while here number 2 the subject title come after the salutation, after dear Mr. Ms. Kazin. Sometimes we write RE colon before non-payment of invite, which means reference to. Then CC, which means carbon copy to this person. I mean, such letter will be copied and sent as a copy to Mrs. Brule and the named person here. Now we come to the faxes. Faxes are good for business writing too. They are sending only copies. That's what you have to keep in our mind. Therefore, we have to send only clear, clean copies, not dark, bulk copies. The elements of the fax is like that, the fax heading, and the fax heading also include to, from, fax number, subject, date, and pages. I mean the number of the pages included with the fax. And then we have the opening paragraph of the fax and the details paragraph and the closing paragraph and your signature and your name and job title. This is another example of a fax. We can put the heading like to, from, fax number, subject, date, and pages in such order. And then we come to the opening paragraph, detail paragraph, closing paragraph, and your signature and your name, and between brackets the title like a man or a woman, female or female, and your job title like marketing manager. Another example of a fax layout is here is to, from, fax topic, and the beginning is the letter, is the head of our fax head, or fax return address of the sender. Then we have the fax heading, which include to, from, fax topic and number of pages. And then CC means carbon copy to this person. The body of the fax include 3 types of paragraphs, then the signature block. Then we'll come to talk about emails, and emails are acceptable and court tested to be official and accepted in international trade. And we have in the email these signature, the email header information, which include 2CC, BCC subject, and the message text, which start from the salutation, and the signature block, which comes after the best regards. And we come to, after the email, we'll come to talk about, in the next video we are going to come and talk about the inquiries and the replies. But before that, I'd like to mention some points about letter and email and a fax. To remember, many of these points apply also to fax and emails. The layout and presentation of your letter are important because they indicate your professionalism, the legality of your company, and the efficiency. Number two, write both the sender's and the recipient's address in much detail as possible and in the correct order as we practice above. Number three, make sure you use the recipient's correct address and correct title. If you are in doubt of that, men or women, use dear sir, madam. Keep in your mind that the opening salutation is connected with the complimentary clause, and make sure your references are correct and the date is written well. Make sure your signature block tells your reader what you are, a male or a female, and your job title. Now we come to the fax. Fax is an open system, so it should not be used for confidential correspondence. Write clearly when sending the handwritten message. If it is not typed, it is handwritten. Faxes are copies and cannot be used when original are recommended, are required. Prepare your transmission carefully before you send it by fax. And in general, the language of fax is much the same as the language of letter, although fax can be briefer and less formal than the letter. We come to the emails. The emails is very fast and effective way, but it are not area where it is preferable to use letters, which is personal, unconfidential, or legal correspondence. Email addresses usually give the name of the person or department, then the at symbol followed by the name of the company. The language of email can be quite informal, but if you're using that email for business, it's supposed to be more formal and suitable for business. It is possible to use special abbreviations, especially those common and understandable by both the writer and the receiver. Thanks a lot, and we hope that you can benefit from this. Wait for the rest of the videos. Please follow us and make likes and subscribe in our channel to receive new videos. This is Dr. Aziz. Wish for you the best.